Okay guys, so apparently Meat Canyon dropped a video on VRChat, so you know I gotta look at it, so here we go.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming on Sundown because today we're going to be talking about the wild world of VRChat.
Jack, have you met Titan? This guy likes poop.
Even if I did, I would not tell you.
I saw you on Poop Fetish server. I saw that.
Dare I ask?
VRChat's really interesting.
We all need a little escape from our busy lives. For many, this means taking up a new hobby, perhaps cooking or learning an instrument. But for those who want a much more immersive escape, virtual reality seems to be the way to go.
Hey, yo.
While virtual reality had an explosive rise back in the day, its mainstream media presence seems to have mellowed out a bit. Now, don't let that fool you, because there is still a massive dedicated community of VR users spending almost all of their time in these virtual worlds. One of the most popular and fascinating examples is VRChat, a heavily social game that allows people to take part.
I feel like VRChat's the largest like VR platform, you know what I'm saying? I feel like generic games don't really have a presence, you know, it's just mostly social VR.
In a vast variety of unique games and events. The game's player base has seen non-stop rise ever since its release in 2014. Many people have an idea of what VRChat is like, but let me tell you, there's so much going on beneath the surface. That includes the strange, seedy, and degenerate side of things. So first,
I feel like a lot of the mainstream people that know about VRChat don't understand that there's like a large community that people like go onto VR and like party and like all the clubs and like example even like the dance events and shit like that. I feel like all of that is like on the low. So yeah, I wish more people knew about it, because then they'd be like, yo, VRChat's huge. But then you have like people like fucking, what was it, Meta Horizon that try to, you know, make their own platform, but it's like, dude, no, it's not the same thing.
let's see what it is about the game that people seem to love so much. VRChat is a giant social platform. Despite having tons of unique games to play, people primarily focused on meeting people and going to social events and sex.
I go to a nudist group, and there you can be naked and you can get by people there.
This in VRChat?
Yeah, in VRChat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, lots of sex.
Mostly sex. It's a lot of sex.
It is a lot of sex.
It's a lot of that, all right? While people may poke fun at the image of a group of anime characters hanging out in a virtual bars, as opposed to just doing the same thing in real life, this virtual setting seems to greatly help people come out of their shell, right? A lot of socially awkward people who don't want to be around strangers can go to these virtual settings and get the same experience and maybe open up a bit. Maybe this is a growing pattern for them.
They may open up a little too much, by the way.
I don't have to leave my house.
I don't have to change or take a shower.
I can be stinky and I can beat my and no one can call the cops.
I can be rock hard and no one's
I
gonna
can be
know.
rock hard and no one would know.
Unless you put a little sensor down there in your model.
What is that?
Hey, yo.
Hatsune Miku, what is that? This extends beyond just being shy or introverted. Those who are neurodivergent or on the spectrum find that they are much more comfortable and able to excel in social situations when they have more control in their social environment, which does make sense. People that do, you feel like you have a bit more control when you almost have like an escape button by just taking your thing off you if you need to. Which for some people, Nick, that's a big step. Not everybody can be social butterflies like us.
Oh, that's why I take Valium.
Huh?
It also helps alleviate the self-consciousness people feel due to their physical appearance, allowing them to focus more on making connections with people through personality than looks. People getting out of their own way is essentially what that is. Listen, I am a smooth-looking man, and I never care about what I look like in front of people.
In VRChat, you can be whatever you want. You can be a f***ing dragon.
And I am a dragon. And in VRChat, I get to be
That's why I'm a woman in VRChat, by the way.
that. And that helps me actually connect with people on a personal level versus worrying, are they looking at how large my apish man tits are? Are they just looking at how rotund my hips are?
They're too busy looking at my virtual tits, apparently.
Because it's me.
And then you got a sick-ass model.
And I am a dragon, which does help. There have been studies that show that virtual reality games provide a noticeable positive impact to the mental and physical well-being of people who are dealing with intense loneliness. This was especially true during the pandemic, where people
It's like a fine line, you know, like there definitely is ways you can benefit from it, but you know, once you cross that line, you go on the deep end, then you're as much as it can be helpful, it can, you know, make your situation worse.
were trapped at home and unable to meet face-to-face with their friends. And according to one of these studies, many people found that VRChat greatly improved their ability to communicate with strangers in the real world, making a lasting impact on them, which I feel like, especially during
I think that sort of helped me. I mean, even aside from helping me be more social, it got me into like content creation, which also got me to express myself more. And I think it helped me a lot with that, like especially with social situations and things like that, for sure.
A time with a mandated isolation like the pandemic, you're gonna find that it's like, oh, this is actually real connections. I feel like that must be the barrier at first, is people being like, I mean, it can't even be that real. But then I feel like when people go in and they experience it, they're like, oh, this feels like just as normal as going out and like meeting people in real life.
I think people have some like phantom VR. If you're in VR too much and when you take it off, you feel weird, like something's missing.
Well, that's a big thing. I hope we touched on it. Phantom pain.
Because I have phantom pain.
This message is sponsored by Raycon. Keep your ears open and your holiday playlist rolling with Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds. These open earbuds let you stay connected to your surroundings while enjoying your favorite music, videos, and podcasts. Raycon's Essential
Dude,
Open
actually, I would literally use these. I'm not gonna lie, like, not to like talk about the ad placement, but like my ears are like shaped weirdly. I don't know what it is, but like those like regular earbuds that you would put inside your ears, it just doesn't fit in mine. Like it keeps falling out. If it's not like Apple earbuds or like the ones without the tip on it, it just doesn't go in my ear. I don't know what it is. I have weirdly shaped ears.
Keep your ears open while still delivering crystal clear sound, so you can stay aware of traffic and other surroundings without sacrificing sound quality. We're doing construction up at the studio.
Also, I can't do that, by the way. Is there anyone else like here that like fucking, you know, I can't just block out all the audio. I always need one ear open to hear my surroundings. I don't know how people live like that. Like, y'all are reckless.
Studio, and it's helpful to know if there's something to watch out for. Watch out! Or if somebody's trying to talk to me as they pass through the area. Hey, look out! But the open earbuds are not just for work. They're for play, too. They're perfect for a jog or a workout. And their super lightweight design means that they won't slip out when things are moving fast.
Wow.
Open earbuds. Plus, Raycon has multi-point connection allowing you to switch from your phone to a tablet or PC with ease.
That's pretty cool.
But the best part is that Raycon delivers premium audio quality at half the price.
What the hell?
Plus, the open earbuds case has a 36-hour battery life, giving you non-stop listening throughout your day.
Holy
These
schmoly.
earbuds are all you need this holiday season, whether you're getting a gift or just something nice for yourself. Join over 3 million customers that love Raycon and try them for yourself. The Essential Open Earbuds are here for the holiday season, and they're selling fast. Raycon audio products are up to 20% off this season.
Wow.
Just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/papameetopen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. Order by December 15th.
This is the longest ad placement I've ever seen in my entire life.
Because great gifts shouldn't show up late. Thank you so much to Raycon for sponsoring this video, and now back to the video. You may be wondering, what do people actually do in VR chat?
Whoa. What the fuck? What is happening?
I will admit, Toasted, you are very adorable.
How come he can play with your feet and I can't?
That's
I
terrible.
can't really say what a lot of them do, but similar to Roblox, the worlds of VR chat are user-generated, meaning there are endless possibilities. A big part of this VR chat experience is the nightlife. From casinos to nightclubs and even fully immersive raves, there are endless ways to party with your online friends.
I got into EDM and raves because of VRChat, by the way.
Ever been to a silent disco?
I've never been to a silent. I've seen people do a silent disco, and I'm like, nah.
I saw one at Coachella, and I was like, I want to try that.
Did you do it?
No.
I cannot do that,
bro.
bro.
Because it was always at the end of the night, and it's like on the walk of shame back to your tent, and I was always tired.
Why is it a walk of shame?
You're drunk and high, and like did some shameful things in there, smelled some things you weren't supposed to smell.
VR. With any immersive experience, there's always the chance that someone may become too attached to what it has to offer. For some, this has resulted in a full-on VR chat addiction. It's not hard to stumble across someone who has racked up an absurd amount of hours in VR chat, the same way that any other person would rack up.
I don't I think I heard 20K hours, but I'm sure there's people that have way more. Go in the comments and let me know how many hours you have, because 20K is the largest amount that I've heard of.
Hours on World of Warcraft or any other game out there, right? One Redditor boasts that his friend has spent literally thousands of hours in the game, mostly engaged in cuddle groups.
Oh,
which,
dude, don't even get me started on cuddle groups. Oh my god, it's just so weird to me. You're just like gonna cuddle random people on the internet, you know, like, and in VR, like you're laying in your bed alone. By the way, like, it's like, I don't know.
Just exactly
it's too far down.
What it sounds like.
Just a little relaxed one.
We just hosted a Guiltech's first Cuddle Club meetup where we could sit on the couch and enjoy giving each other head pats.
That is a person that desperately needs physical attention.
Yes.
They need affection.
Absolutely.
Hug?
Do you think that people that have things where it's like, my parents didn't hug me a lot when I was a kid, do you think that you gravitate towards that? Or is it just someone where you grow up and you find you're like, I actually just feel like I needed that, even though my parents gave it to me and now I don't have it and I feel like I need it?
That's a good question.
You know?
I think I could see it not being enough. Well, it's maybe not even in parents, it's just having friend groups of just like,
because my parents didn't hug me a lot or anything. So now I feel like when people are like, oh, come here, give me a hug, I don't like that. I'm always like,
Fuck off.
Mother, do you think that you should have hugged me more when I was a kid?
I hugged you all the time.
That's just absolutely not true.
And I would grab your head and kiss your head. It was huge. And yeah, it is true.
We don't need to talk about how big my head was.
It was huge.
Do you think that maybe Daddy should have hugged or kissed my big head more than?
Yes, your dad probably could have hugged you a couple times. Would have been a delight.
The traumatic
what about
event.
Grandpa Ernest, the one who shot the dog?
He was not a hugger at all.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay. We don't need to talk. We don't need to get into that. I feel
your dad never kissed you on your lips?
My dad.
Oh. Hell no.
I begged him to, but he didn't do it. No wonder. He's like, get that little freak away from me. But anyways, we'll get into the cuddle shit later, all right? Many describe their addiction to VR chat as unique and that people will spend so much time in the virtual world that they start to lose interest in real life. I feel like that's with any video game though, right? Do you think any video game or do you think just role-playing games?
Role-playing games, I think higher likelihood, because it's like if you get into it, you're like, I'm an orc, you know, I'm saving people.
Even if you are like, I know that, even if you're like, I'm an orc, like not that, but if you're like, I prefer being in the cities of this game. Like even if you're like, you know, I know I'm not this guy, but there's something that feels like home. Because I feel that's gotta be some shit. People that go to like a World of Warcraft city and they're like, this feels more home to me than my own hometown or something.
It's also a barrier too, because it's like, it's the digital world. This isn't the real you. So anything.
I think it also gets addicting because like, getting into VR or like VR chat, you kind of meet a lot of people that are sort of maybe in your same situation, like socially, like and you can, or if you don't have a lot of friends IRL, like you are literally going into a place and in a space with people that you already know have things in line with you that you like to do, right? Like, you know, play social VR or like, you know, anime, things like that. I think that's why it also gets addicting.
You do has no,
because you're like, why are you going to go out in the real world and, you know, attempt to befriend people when they don't even have the same interests as you? You know what I mean?
Low
That's how I see it.
Yeah, less consequences. So when you do something, yeah. But then at the same time, when you do something great, it feels just as good as something in real life. Yeah. One man vents his frustrations online about how his girlfriend eventually reached a point where she was playing basically the entire day. This started to have the opposite effect than previous studies.
I can't do that, dude. I can only play VR at night. I cannot play during the day because I feel like it feels weird. I feel like it's unhealthy at that point, you know? Or like being up all night long playing it. Like, you know, I've done it once or twice, sure, but I don't like doing that.
Just with her becoming increasingly antisocial and anxious in real life. Eventually, even facing the Uber Eats driver to pick up food delivery became too much for her. I could see some of that, dude. I could see, well, also too, seeing somebody completely isolate themselves and they're wearing like a headset the whole day, that would be hard. But also too, yeah, if you're so used to this digital landscape that the physical world, I could totally see that being like, I don't even want to interact with real people. It feels too weird. Really do think that there is an idea of like, if something goes wrong in here, I can just leave. I can just hop to another room. Some friendships have even ended over an obsession with VR chat. According to one frustrated VR user, it only took 1 week of playing with his friend for things to go off the rails. This friend got sucked into the game, using it as a way to form multiple romantic relationships with strangers. And
dude, don't, oh my god, the avid VR chat daters. Oh my god, every week they'll be with a new partner, dude. It's so bad. I think it's just like it's so easy to go to another instance and meet someone, and there's a lot of like VR chat cheaters, like because it's so accessible.
I mean, he'd get from engaging with these women was incredibly exciting for him. I could definitely see that. A guy who doesn't get in real life and all of a sudden he's got a raccoon goddess and
that's why people get addicted to fucking e-sex and ERP, dude, because it's so easy to do, and like sex is already sort of like an addicting thing, so like that plus ERP, dude, oh my god, you're just cooking yourself.
7-foot tall tree imp woman, whatever. He's like, what up? The giant goggles on. Whoa. How much junk you got in that trunk? Believe it or not, we're gonna talk about VR alcoholism. Earlier, I mentioned that VRChat had a very active nightlife scene. While this can be a blast for people who want to occasionally hop on with their friends for a fun time, it can introduce a whole lot of problems.
The worst thing that VRChat alcoholism has affected me was I had one night where basically in VRChat, people will say cheers and like they'll say take a shot, right? But they don't mean a literal shot, but this night I did take literal shots every single time, and people say cheers like every 2 seconds on that game. So yeah, I got really fucked up. I passed out on the toilet.
The main one being that partying in VR is incredibly accessible. There's no cover charged, overpriced drinks, or long
shout out Dalek spotted.
Long waits. Any day of the week, you and your buddies can hop into a club.
Oh, I think that was Tails or something, Talos something. I think I've seen them before.
Or a rave and take shots from the comfort of your home to let loose. And people, you would think that some people, because I think a lot of people will look at the digital nightclubs and be like, they're fake partying. People will just buy bottles of liquor and then just get drunk, and I actually feel like...
No, it is fun. I think it's a fun experience. I don't think it's anything bad about it. It's just like the people that are, going to drinking night every single day or like every night, I think that's when it's a problem.
And the more drunk you get, the more immersive it has to feel, right? Unlike real life, nobody gets cut off in VR chat. It doesn't help that those who drink with groups of people can sometimes be more socially awkward and succumb to social pressure easier than most. This results in people getting absolutely wasted more often than they ever would have offline.
I've been on here for like 2 weeks, like in this world, and I've just been getting drunk every night, so I'm
crazy.
Literally an alcoholic now because of VR chat.
There are endless examples of people online claiming that VR chat has turned them into full-blown alcoholics. Others recount seeing players in game that are clearly dangerously under the influence. And in one case, one user that goes to VR chat raves vents about how often he overhears people in a voice chat violently vomiting. And according to him, it can happen as much as 6 times in one night. Some even know of excess VR drinkers that have died from alcoholism. That's what I was gonna say.
I would believe that. Definitely the way people drink on there. I've literally met people that will drink a whole handle in like a night, or like maybe a night or 2, which is obviously insane.
That would be the worst thing, is you hear somebody like having a like seizure from it, or like
their models on the ground.
Oh, literally though. Yeah. I mean, at first you'd be like, oh, that's funny. I don't know, Crash Bandicoots on the ground, like, but then you're like, oh, actually that's a real person dying in their apartment somewhere. That's fun.
Dude.
Hey, dude, turn up the sigh. I'm a monofoto gentleman. There are many people who play VR chat and are fairly wholesome and well adjusted.
I have about 50 demons living inside me.
It's not fun. It's nothing but chaos. All of them.
However, just like with any game, it is also home to all sorts of VR degeneracy. One of the most universally hated people in the VR chat are people known as crashers. Essentially, users who will purposely add effects to their app.
I feel like I don't really see crashers like anymore, honestly. I think that's like an old VR chat thing.
Avatar that are incredibly hard for people to PCs to run. The goal is to create weapons or character models with particle effects that, when used, overload the victim's GPU and ultimately crash their game. And some crasher gangs, God, what would you have nothing to do with your time? Some crasher gangs will find ways to target the same person across worlds and continuously crash their game until they eventually stop playing altogether, which I do think that kind of cyberbullying would f somebody up. If that's your only source of communication, I could see someone being like, or in any game, like if somebody got kicked from like World of Warcraft and they've been playing for how many years, I think that they would spiral. You'd have like a mental breakdown. Yeah. This is far from the most degenerate thing to occur in VR chat. One man recounts how he witnessed a player have a real seizure in the game. I tell you, how was that? Instead of expressing any form of concern, everyone in the lobby just started making fun of his avatar flopping around until he eventually stopped.
That's insane.
Did I not say that? Crash Bandicoot. I said that would happen. In one video posted to YouTube, a similar event occurred in which a player with a robotic avatar had an aggressive seizure, while anime children, Lugia from Pokemon, and Morty from Rick and Morty watched in shock.
Oh, dude, 2026 is not real.
Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh jeez, wow. we should actually seriously call someone for help. Be kind of fucked up, right?
You know, one of the most fuckable Pokemon is Lugia.
Huh?
Okie dokie. In another instance, a VR chat player would make himself only visible to one individual player at a time in order to convince them that they had an extreme form of schizophrenia.
Yes! What games do you play? Main.
Well, shit. I play this. I just got. Oh shit!
What are you talking about? Man? We're the
before.
only one here right now. One player admitted that they stopped playing the game for a month after meeting someone who claimed to be turned on by cannibalism and necrophilia.
Oh.
Later that night,
Dude, people are a little too honest on VRChat, bro. Oh my god, dude. And you'll meet someone like one time and then they'll think you're like best friends because these people are like so like, you know, far gone and like don't know social cues or know how to talk to people. They just like assume you're besties and they're like dropping shit like that on you. Like that shit's crazy, dude.
the person admitted to a
I
genuine...
remember I had someone that like kept begging me to get in a VC and I just met them. Like I barely knew them and they kept asking all the time. It's like, god damn, dude, like, do you understand I have a job? Like I have a life outside of this, dude. Like, and this guy was like on there 24/7. He was definitely a degenerate.
Desire to murder someone in order to watch the light leave their eyes, which might be a joke, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I feel like there are some people like that out there. They'll just say that shit because it's the anonymity.
Do you want to kill your mom and your dad?
I mean, I think about it every night, but the
Jesus.
one person in my head tells me no.
You know, they're dressed up as Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! They were just wanting to eat someone and watch the light fade from their eyes. They're just like, give me back Yugi's grandpa.
Ah, dude.
Is that how you did to Yugi's grandpa? VRChat players have long since used the platform to meet potential partners and engage in ERP, aka erotic role play. Dude, get me in. Tag me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Tag me. Most people are polite enough to take intimate acts like this into a private area.
I'm quickly just taking my pup and I'm gonna treat him to a good time.
Okay.
Oh.
Okie dokie.
Of course, some people are far more flagrant with PDA. Yeah, like a little avatar guy smacking a big fat ass and he's just like, yeah, this shit's mine. It's true. I mean, it's true in these raves, these clothes.
No, every e-boy at like a drinking night or something, dude.
In many cases, people will boldly engage in this sort of behavior in public worlds to the point of angering everyone else just trying to have a good time with their friends. Many players recount times where they've seen people having loud e-sex with their microphones unmuted. One of my favorite ones is a guy in a COD lobby. Have you seen that?
Dude, the worst thing I've seen is I joined off of somebody and they were like, oh yeah, I'm at like a sex instance. I'm like, huh? So I looked in one of the rooms. There was 3 couples having sex, like erotic roleplay in front of me, and they didn't care. They were just all into it. That was terrifying. I left there in like 5 seconds, dude.
That one. This guy's in a COD lobby and his buddy's TeamSpeak mic's on. And he's his girlfriend, and she's like, ah, and he's like, bro, turn off your mic.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yo, go on mute, JK. Go on mute,
Hey, yo.
What the?
It's so good. In another case, one gentleman had been caught walking up behind AFK users masturbating. You like that? Some people struggle to form romantic relationships just as much online as they do in real world. Luckily for them, there are virtual escorts that can be hired for the purpose of engaging in intimate conversations.
I might be wrong, but I think there are people like this on Twitter. I swear to God, I've seen this.
There are even sex workers who exclusively post to websites like Fansly with virtual avatars. But you may be wondering, how is VR ERP physically enjoyable? Well, some people utilize fantasizing psychological phenomena known as phantom sense.
Hey, do one of you guys have...
Okay, I don't think phantom sense with e-sex is a thing. I don't think that's a thing. I think it's mostly with like love ends, but like with phantom sense, I don't know.
Have Phantom Touch? We're doing an experiment for college.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Jump him! Jump him! Boom! 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 Boom!
What?
Please do not walk through me.
What?
Be careful. I got yelled at too for walking through her, so be careful.
Why is that a big deal?
Rainbow here has severe phantom sense, so please try to
Severe phantom sense. Oh, brother.
not walk through her, or you will be removed from this instance.
Do you feel it if I just like punch you like that?
Ow.
Wait a second.
Ow.
See this?
Oh, hell no.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god, stop hurting him. Stop hurting him.
His HP got hit, dude.
And I don't miss.
You are strong for thugging that out.
Dude.
Ow. I think I just dented the fan.
You dented the fan?
Yeah, I punched it with my full strength, and that still didn't compare to that.
You punch metal for fun?
No, I punch things to keep my anger at bay.
If you didn't think we were going to talk about Phantom Sense, if you have not been into the world of Phantom Sense, then you have not seen any funny VR chat clips. People will walk through other people and they're like, dude, stop. She has Phantom Sense. She's going to pass out.
My favorite is the tomatoes, the phantom allergies. Oh my god, that's way too far gone.
Wait, so if I just like do this, do you feel
Hold on, don't touch me.
To put it simply, players claim that they can experience changes in temperature as well as tactile sensations during physical interactions with other VR players. So what they're saying is that 2 of the avatars actually touch, they will feel it. Like if they touch hands, they will feel it in their hands. Like basically they're embodying.
Phantom Sense is real, but it's not to this degree, dude. Like these people are tripping out.
Their essence is embodying the digital world and they can feel shit. I don't buy it. One user records himself throwing virtual tomatoes at someone referred to as
Oh, yes, my favorite. Why is everything going black?
The tomatoes, please stop.
Anyone who messes with her messes with me.
Get out of here, dude. Freaking this fucking guy. If you mess with her, you gotta go through me. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Guys, back up.
What kind, is that just
mental illness?
Yeah.
What's mental illness?
100% it is.
Just say what you want to say, Nick. I know what you're saying. Is it a thing though? Is it just somebody that's just like wanting attention or something? You know what I mean? Like, because the person that's throwing tomatoes is obviously aggravating them because they must have said something where they were like, "You have what?"
Stop!
Stop it.
Dude, she should be a voice actor, dude.
Whoever's throwing those tomatoes will face serious punishment. Am I clear?
back up? Back.
Why is everything getting blurred?
Oh god.
Did she pass out?
Phantom Sense doesn't seem to be a well-researched field, and many have
imagine being like put unconscious because of a virtual tomato.
played the game extensively without ever experiencing it for themselves. It's kind of like, I don't know, a fucking ghost encounter or something like that, right? For these people, there are plenty of alternatives available, provided you're willing to open your wallet. In fact, there's a whole market for electronics Bluetooth-enabled toys that can be linked to your VR rig in order to have a more advanced
doing that out in the open
type of e-sex, which there are some crazy vids out there, dude. Oh, there's some stuff even at conventions where people are testing stuff and there's like blow-up dolls and guys are like power f***ing the blow-up doll. It's insane. Using these for sexual encounters is referred to as teledildonics, and it
teledildonics. Wow, and I've never heard of that.
Comes in many forms. There are toys utilizing haptic technology that links it to your partner's device in order to allow for realistic long-distance intercourse.
A little Wi-Fi job.
Wi-Fi blowjob.
Good morning to me. More extreme underground ERP experiences include sex clubs that can sometimes turn into straight up VR orgies with piles of naked avatars getting off together. Some private rooms in these worlds have a heavy focus on BDSM roleplay.
Would you walk me?
Yes, but rules are rules.
Mom? How was my door? I forgot to lock my door.
Not everyone takes things to the extremes. However, there are many wholesome stories of people getting into relationships that start on VR chat and end in marriage, which, like any video game, tons of video games that happen like that. But did you start an orgy? How do you tell it to your kids? How's the meet cute? What's your When Harry Met Sally thing? She was a werewolf and I was Dragonite.
Oh,
we met at an orgy.
I'd leave a couple of those details out. I think the dragon part's funny. I think I'd tell my kid that.
I wouldn't tell my kid any of it. Maybe I'd just say we met on a video game. That's what I'd say. But am I going to tell them we met at an orgy?
Fuck no.
You're not going to tell your kids how you conceived them. My mom does this thing every year on my birthday. My mom watches every Meat Canyon, Papa Meat.
Please do not tell me she told you how she had sex with your dad.
No, she explains the every day, the night, or the day I was born. But I was saying, like, maybe you could do that to your kid, like, tell them the night they were conceived.
Oh, Jesus.
Well.
Nick, you have got to reiterate that your mom did not talk. She's just like, put me on my back.
Oh.
Lifted my ankles up over his shoulders. Tell the story again, would you, Mama? It's called a jackhammer.
Oh.
Wow. Dad is strong, huh?
That's terrible, dude.
While buying a VR setup is certainly the best way to experience the game, you also have the option of playing the game using a keyboard and mouse. Boo! Yeah, what the f? There's also the option of using a mobile phone, but it is far too limited of an experience. It just isn't the same. Many players have claimed that the keyboard mouse control method has led them to be bullied in the game by other VR users. VR purist? You don't have a headset? What are you, a pussy?
Fucking loser.
I just can't afford it. These elitist players will look down on them, calling them deskies aggressively, like some sort of slur.
Yeah, those freaking deskies, those questy deskies.
Desky. Others simply refer to them as cripples and taunt them by telling them to.
It's so fun. Like, just like zooming out and like thinking about it, just like we call these people cripples. Like,
emote in
so
ways that they
dumb.
physically cannot do with their controls. Many seasoned VR chat players with more income will go as far as purchasing additional sensors that can track your hands, eyes, and even facial expressions. As for choosing an avatar, there are tons of free options available. Of course, some people take things to the next level by paying for highly detailed avatars online. There are even 3D artists that you can commission to make hyper customized avatars detailed in your exact specifications. And there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's not only like 3D assets you can find online, but there's insane amounts of different characters. There's like one worm guy that's really popular right now, the little stick dude. He's like super popular. There's the clip of, there's like a content creator I see a lot. He like pretends to be an old man and he walks around Roblox. That one's pretty funny. But there's all kind, it's anything that you can imagine could be in the VR chat, which is kind of cool. So I mean, there's a lot of versatility. There really is an endless amount of things you can do in a game like this. It's easy to see how certain people in the right circumstances can find themselves becoming addicted to it, right? I mean, it's like being able to party anytime you want, being able to have social interactions anytime you want, and it's being able to escape your problems anytime you want. To me, that's pretty addictive, right? If you're going to delve into the world of VR chat, remember that there's a whole lot of unsavory things you can encounter. So be safe and maybe put the headset down.
I think it's all about grounding yourself into reality as well. Like, try not to take it too far, you know, like try to make it a thing that if you're making friends on VR, to like try to like befriend them outside the game, so you don't like, you know, that your life isn't VR chat, you know.
Every now and then, and don't go down the wrong path. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys.
It was a good video, guys. Obviously, you already know Meat Canyon or Papa Meat, so go check them out. I will link the video in the description, but it was a really good video. It was really cool to see someone else that is, I would say, in the mainstream cover VR chat. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.